Hello and welcome to another session in mathematics. In this session we'll be looking at cumulative frequency curve, otherwise known as OGIF. But before that, let us take a review of our previous lesson. Welcome back. In this lesson, our focus will be on how to prepare the OGIF, or what we'll call the cumulative frequency curve. So let us start. The cumulative frequency curve of a particular class is the sum of all the frequencies from the first frequency to the last frequency of a particular class. Okay, I said is what? The sum of all the frequencies. The sum, mark the word sum, of all the frequencies from the first to the last frequency of a particular class. The graph plotted using cumulative frequency is then what we call what? Cumulative frequency curve, or OGIF. Okay, so quickly we will just take an example and look at how the OGIF looks like. Okay, we have a question on the screen. The table below shows the weight of distribution of 100 people in a community. We have the weight and have the frequency and the data are given here. It said draw a cumulative frequency curve for the distribution. That's our A. Then B, from your curve calculate the median. Calculate median. Okay, in this, the first thing we need to construct is the cumulative frequency table. So let us start solution. I said we'll prepare what? The cumulative frequency table. Cumulative frequency table. Okay, prepare that, and it is made up of class intervals. That's one. Made up of class boundaries, frequency, and then lastly cumulative frequency. Okay, so let us start. For the class intervals, we have 11 to 15, 16 to 20 until we get 36 to 40. We have 11 to 15. We have 16 to 20. We have 21 to 25, 26 to 30, 31 to 35, and then 36 to 40. Is that correct? Then we have our class boundaries. You know how we find that? I said you subtract 0.5 from the figures here. So we have 11 minus 0.5 to give us what? 10.5 to minus 15 minus 0.5 will give us what? Minus 15.5. Do the same in all of them. You have 15.5 to 20.5. Then you have this to be 20.5 to 25.5. You have this to be 25.5 to 30.5. This is 30.5 to 35.5. This is 35.5 to 40.5. Okay, then for the frequency, our table we have 8, 12, 15, 27, 20, and 18. So we have 8, we have 12, we have the third one, 15, 27, we have 20, and then we have 18. Then the cumulative frequency is just the cumulative frequency is just the addition, continuous addition of the frequency from 8 till you get to 18. So for the first one we have 8. The second one then is 8 plus the next frequency, which is 12, and that will give us what? 20. and the next one would then be 20 plus 15, which is what? 35. The next one is 35 plus 27, and that will give us what? 62. And the next one is 62 plus 20, which will give us 82. The next one is 82 plus 18, and that will give us what? 100. Okay, so we've gotten all that we require. And then now in plotting the graph, we have this, and we have this. Here is our x-axis, and here is our y-axis. X-axis and y-axis. Okay. For plotting, what we use in plotting is the cumulative frequency, and then the class boundaries. We plot the class boundary will be our x-axis. That's how it's usually plotted. This will be our x-axis, while our cumulative frequency will be our y-axis. Do you understand? Okay, so what we use is 10.5 to 15.5 and so on and so forth. So in this graph there is no zero, there is no origin. So we start with the y. This is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and this is 100. Okay, now under the class boundaries, the first class boundary we have is 10.5 to 15.5. okay, under 10.5 to 15.5 we have what? We have 8. Is that correct? So we write 8 here. This is 10.5. This is 15.5. okay, what's the next thing? 20.5. 20.5. we have the next to be 25.5. the next is 30.5, 35.5, and then we have 40.5, and we have the last one to be 45.5. okay, let us start. When the class boundary is 10.5 to 15.5, we have our value to be 8. So we trace 8 up. This is 10, so let's assume 8 is somewhere here. When using a graph, you can make the graph to be more neat using the scale. Okay, so for 20.5, we have a value to be 20. 20.5, we trace it up. This is 20.5, and we have our answer. We have the value to be what? 20. You mark it. Okay, then for 25.5, we have our value to be 35. 25.5, our value is 35, and 35 is at the center of 30 and 40, so we have it to be here. Okay, for 30.5, 30.5 is 62. 30.5 is 62. Let's go up. 62, let's assume it's somewhere here. We have it to be here. Okay, then we have 35.5, 35.5, which is 82. 35.5 is 82. Let's 82 be somewhere here. Okay, remember what we are using this line to do is just to do the tracing. Okay, We're just using it to trace what we are looking for, the curve we are looking for. And then for 40.5, we have our answer to be what? 100. 40.5 being 100. Let's go. And this is our 100. Okay, coming to meet this here. So all we need to do then is to join the points from here. So this joins this to this, and this joins this. We'll have this, we'll have this, we'll have this, and then we'll have this. Okay, so this is what the curve looks like. Okay, we've done A. That said we should draw the graph. Then he said from the graph we should do what? Calculate the median. Calculate the median. Okay, from here the cumulative frequency is what? Is 100. So our n is 100, and the median is equal to n over 2. So that is equal to 100 over 2, which will give us what? 50. Okay, so the 50th term, the 50th cumulative frequency is what gives us what? The median. So how do we now trace the 50th cumulative frequency? We trace it from here. We trace it from here. This is 50. Okay, this is 50. When you get here, then you trace it down. Trace it down. And whatever you get here as your value is the what? The median. Okay, whatever you get as your value is the median. Now this is 25.5, and this is 30, so it's very, very close to 30. Let's say it's 28.6 kg. Okay, this is an assumption. Okay, when you use your graph, you will discover the real value. You get the real value of the median. So we have our median to be what? 28.6 kg. Okay, we'll stop here today. To refresh your memory on what we've done so far, kindly provide the answer to the following questions on the screen. Welcome back. We've been able to cover cumulative frequency curve. Okay, so do well to use the lesson note on the platform for better information and understanding of what we've just done, and feel free to leave a comment or a question on the comment section. Till we meet again in our next class, stay safe and bye.